Alright, so, as I'm sure many people in the Enlisted forum know, the local crazy man, Gray Parrots, he has, uh, he has brought up a very good point of gray zone camping, gray zone camping, because this game is just absolutely full of scumbags who decide that instead of actually doing their job of supporting infantry, they're going to sit in the very back and just lob HE shells from the other side of the map. So I have the Filthy 13, the British Paratrooper Squad, this because I need something, and then the SBD Dauntless. Now, if for whatever reason you don't have the Dauntless at anything BR2 or higher, and you are wanting to deal with enemy tanks, you're doing the game wrong. Because this plane right here has the largest piece of ordnance that Allied Allied planes can carry. There is no plane with as big of a bomb as the Dauntless. I mean, you'll see 100 pounders, you'll see 500 pounders, you'll see a drop tank, you'll see rockets, both M8s and HVARs, but you won't see anything else with a 1,000 pounder. This is your only option for having a piece of ordnance so dang big. It is literally almost impossible to drop this thing in the general vicinity of a tank and not at the very least heavily damage it. So until you can get the ever so hated P-47 with its 10 HVAR rockets and its extra 500 pounder for an extra little piece of screw you, use this. Or, if you want, use the A-20G. It's got a big enough bomb load with 4 500 pounders. That is plenty of grace. Plenty of grace for trying to hit anything. If you want something that's a bit faster, but you don't quite have the P-47, the P-51 with its 2 500 pounders is also an excellent option. Granted, they are on the wings, not center mount, so you will have to adjust for that if you want. And I don't think there is much else that really... Yeah, there's not a whole lot else that can really rival it in firepower. You're gonna want at least 500 pounders and HVARs if you can get your hands on them. But if you can't, take the SBD-3 Dauntless. Now, you can theoretically use paratroopers to get a tank that's hiding. I don't know how well it would actually work, considering you're not allowed to land directly in the gray zone anywhere. But, you can land closer to it than just spawning on a normal spawn point or rally point that would be built. So I guess it's, get you closer to it initially. So you have a lot less you gotta run. But, oh, shoot. Let's make sure we don't screw ourselves here. Alright. First things first. Bomber. And it's really not that difficult. You just land the bombs, fly off, make sure you don't kill yourself. That's the difficult part, not killing yourself. Frickin'... Let me get up to altitude. And, you know, as you get higher up, it gets more difficult to aim, or... Well, yes and no on that, actually. Because you get faster. When you move faster, your bombs land in a... Well, your bombs fall and then land in a more straight line. But, you also got to deal with the fact that you're hurtling towards the ground faster and faster. And that in and of itself can cause problems. Mainly in the, at some point, you gotta pull up and not base plant into the ground. Bombs really do just take practice. You're not going to be able to just instantly drop them right on an enemy first try. And technically there is a correct way to do it. And what I do isn't exactly that. But I get results, so that's just what I do. The plane as slow as this one, I don't do what I normally do with the P-47. Which, what I normally do with the P-47 is I go up to somewhere between 800 and 900 units of measurement, probably meters if I had to guess, into the sky whenever I am 1,000 horizontally from point. I will cut my engine and glide until I am about 500-ish horizontally from the from objective, and then I'll just go. So if I'm at, say, 800 in the sky, at 1,800 away from point, I'll cut the engine. And then at what? About 14,000, I'll start dipping my nose so that by the time I'm angling downward, I'm angled downward and heading towards point, I have plenty of time to do my H-bar run and then just kind of drop the bomb somewhere. And with this one, if you're going fast enough and high enough, I don't know, I might just show it. This one's really slow, and it doesn't really take much to make it not be hurtling towards the ground. But you do have both an air brake, which is quite rare for US planes, and combat flaps, which is very common for US planes. So having both of those really helps. Because if you're coming in hard, you can just turn your air brakes on, slowly glide to where you need to be. And whenever I do turn on a combat flap, or whenever I do turn on the air brake, I will just simply, as I begin diving, after I'm done with the run, I will just real quick switch to combat flap so I can pull out of there real fast. It'll automatically turn off the air brake, and you just pull out. The most painful thing about using planes is that, of course, you know, you do have to go back, rearm, fly back, make sure no ground AA shoots you down, make sure no enemy plane shoots you down, and make sure that the enemy tank doesn't feel like trying to shoot you with a pistol mount or something. And you can do low altitude as I just did. Unfortunately, most maps have a lot more in the way, especially your city maps. Your Berlin and Stalingrad, you're not going to be able to do low altitude at all, really. But you know, your Moscow, Normandy, Tunisia in particular, both of those you can, or all three of those, you can low altitude pretty easily. Some maps in those campaigns easier than others. But for the most part, those are generally not bad to go out. Oh, small little tangent on not destroying tanks. The air balloons or weather balloons, whatever the frick they are that you see on maps like the airfield in Normandy, if you're on the attack, shooting those down will actually get you more reinforcements. So if you find that your team's struggling and you're running a bit low on reinforcements, you can shoot those down and get more reinforcements. Just a really easy, cheap way to help extend the battle a bit. Now, of course, you know, you got paratroopers. Not too hard to use. Man, I love identification paintings on wings. And about right clearish. Now, paratroopers aren't really my thing. Oh, you get M1s. That is less than ideal. That is very less than ideal.
Reloading.
Not that that matters much to me. Yeah, that hit screen's going to be going for a while.
Reloading.
And with paratroopers, you're mainly just going to be, again, like this isn't my tactic. I'm just assuming, based on how paratroopers work, that you're just going to be dropping near where a gray zone camping tank is, and going from wherever in the world you land into the gray zone after you grab the AT squad, and just sending him down to the fiery depths. I would imagine that so long as he's not so far in there that you literally kill yourself en route, that this would be quite effective. And you do get quite the number of rockets for the M1 as well, so you certainly can take several shots. Well, if I could hit... Oh, wait. No? Oh, I know which one's being cut. There he goes. Yeah, there's really not much said here. I mean, frickin', why in the world are you here?
Reloading!
That's satisfying. That is something alright. What do the rest of you get? Absolutely. Oh my gosh, you get AT mines. Shoot, yeah. Let me make this at least somewhat worth people's time watching.
Because I want to go do it on the big ones here. Yeah, was that? That's the one I closed. So this one is still critical time.
So, the AT squad for the paratrooper landing, they drop with AT mines. Very useful, very handy, very explosive. And, yeah, on the first video, I demonstrated myself shoving it up underneath. I was then informed that you can actually set it next to them, and it will blow them up. No clue as to the reliability, but I'm sure it's similar enough to explosion packs where, you know, it's good enough. It's good enough. Gotta love that ricochet effect. Where even is the bomb that killed this one? I would imagine it's that one there. If there were to be any. Because this one is the 100 pound. Meaning that this one right here is the 1,000 pounder. Unless it's not. I'm not sure which of these three actually did this one in. And just for video proof, the one that gave me all of the problems, but it's a heat rocket. That's all it is. Okay, that. Hold on. You know, I had the same problem.
Reloading!
You know what? Fine. I have no clue where I said that. I think I said it in the frickin' tread. Where am I? All of the way over here. Yeah, I said it inside the tread. I mean, that works. That indeed worked. And not only did it work, I didn't die. So we just all about some wins right now, ain't we? Now I'm wondering... Oh, right there. No, it set it on fire. And, the front one? Yeah, so slightly off from the front or rear doesn't do it, other than, you know, maybe set a fire. But up against the side and up underneath. That's where you're wanting to end it. Alright. And yeah, I know it's kind of crap to just be like, hey, drop a bomb. Here's me dropping a bomb. Kind of just figure it out, but honestly, that's about the best I can do. I might enjoy teaching people how to play games. Don't mean I'm very good at it. Especially if I don't like collect my thoughts properly beforehand and I just kind of wing it as I do these. But, you know, you get the gist. Which is kind of all I really aim for, really. Painful. And, yeah. That's really about all I got. Take your 12 rockets. Get to the tank. And make sure you hit them where you're needing to hit them.
Magazine's empty. Reloading.
Make sure you are physically capable of hitting them where you need to hit them. Make sure you're not brain dead. I have yet to figure that one out. Alright, screw this. Right there. That's what I thought. You two, come here.
Reloading.
Oh, come on. Don't do that. What else can we kill mercilessly?
Cover. Reloading.
Yes, I super carefully aimed for that one's ammo. Deal with it. Oh, that is way too short. I am way too used to long-range throws. Oh, hey look, a perfect example of why you don't do that exact thing. There we go. Oh. Behold, I am punished for my hubris. Alright. Yeah, this one will definitely be much shorter, especially after I chop it up a bit. You all have fun. Don't insult me too badly for making something that essentially amounts to, yeah, just drop a bomb on it. I'm trying my best, alright? I'm not good with this stuff. Alright. Thanks for watching. Have fun. All that. Oh, I forgot that happens. Hold on. And have fun. So, I'm sitting there and I'm editing the video, and all of a sudden it hits me. Oh yeah, I should probably actually show y'all what I do for the P-47. So let's just... This is going to be so crap, and I'm probably going to just end up suiciding. Yeah, I'm not... Oh, I'm not even looking at the right freaking field! Didn't even get anything with the 500 pounder either. Oh man, this, you can just tell this is high quality work, can't you? Maybe my failures can at least be entertaining or something. I don't know. I try my darn hardest. This is such a poor angle of attack. There's not even anything in front of me to hit. excuse me while I just run circles around everything real quick. If there's one thing you can't appreciate, it's the sheer speed of the P-47 over the SBD-3 Dauntless. Alright, here we go. This is something I can almost work with. Not very well, though. I swear I'm good at this game, okay? I swear. I can pull up stats. I got stats. Receipts. I'm sure my headset is just being absolutely freaking off right now with the what's the part that goes over your ear? I don't even freaking know what it's called. But that part, every time it moves from the movement of my mouth, it makes a little clicking noise, and the mic picks it up real easy. In my defense, I'm not technically doing this as I normally would. There's usually a much better lead-up period than what this training field gives me. I usually have just about all the time in the world to set up. This is an actual setup. And that should do it. Yeah, there we go. See, I swear to you, I know what I'm doing. If I just do what I am actually supposed to do all the dang time. Yeah, look at that damage model. He done. Of course, you know, you don't want to have your combat flaps on all of the time. It does hinder your ability to move. Yeah, see, I know what I'm doing. Somewhat. I can be consistent if I want to. Look at all them husks. Why stop rockets? Sounds like a low altitude, high speed run to me. If I can just line it up. Alright, which one do we want? That one? I'm thinking that one. Oh yeah. Oh, well, fail. Alright, so, there's that. P-47. Very nice, very easy, very simple. That's why everyone hates it.